So, if you've never played a Nuzlocke before, don't worry, we're in the same boat. The last Pokemon game I played was Pokemon Fire Red on my old DS. But when my friend Bree practically gave me her old Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, what was I supposed to do, not play it? Anyway, a Nuzlocke is essentially a Pokemon game where if a Pokemon faints, it dies. And you can only catch one per route, and you have to name every single one of your Pokemon to get more attached to it. Which means it's possible to lose a Pokemon game, which is insane to me. I did a little bit of research before making this video and found out that Let's Go Eevee is one of the hardest games for a Nuzlocke. So what did I do? Make a plan? Strategize? Nope. I decided just to wing it. So sit back, relax, and let me tell you all about it. Also, if you enjoy this type of content, please be sure to subscribe. I'm a small channel, and any support means a lot. Thanks in advance. Anyways, back to the video. Also, I apologize for the echo just in advance. Our story begins with my neighbor and rival, who we're going to call Noah, just bursting into my house and telling me to head over to Professor Oak's place so that we can get our first Pokemon. Honestly, he was super nice about it, which I wasn't expecting from someone who's supposed to be my rival of all people. I took a good look around my room, only to be absolutely shocked that not only do I have my own TV and Nintendo Switch, but an entire PC setup. Like, oh my god, how rich is this family? What the hell is this kid's allowance? After that little shock, I head downstairs, say bye to Mom, and head out into the world. Oh yeah, it's good to be back. I meet Noah at Professor Oak's lab, where he is strangely missing. But after a quick look around town, I find him messing around with some birds, and this is where I meet my very first Pokemon. I name him Dude after my own dog. I mean, just look at him. The resemblance is uncanny. And with that, the Nuzlocke officially begins. After that, I'm off onto Route 1, where I caught myself a bird that I named Skyrat. I only had a few plans when making this video. Make it to the Elite Four, find myself a floral rat to go with my Skyrat, and catch myself a Beedrill. Because if you don't already know, Beedrill is literally my favorite Pokemon of all time. And it's not even close. Anyways, in the next town over, for some reason the gym to the first Elite Four member is locked up. And since I'm playing as a child, there's no way for me to break in. How sad. By this point, I'm told that I need to deliver a package for Professor Oak. So I head back to my hometown, drop off the package, and Noah immediately wants to battle. He's got himself an awesome Pikachu. But with my two Pokemon against his one, I'm able to squeak out a victory. After that, I took a quick detour to Route 22, where I learned how to pet Dude for the first time, and caught myself a Weedle. I named it Beedrill with all caps, because I know that he will eventually evolve into my goat. And frankly, I can't wait. Along the way, I take out a bunch of young trainers with relative ease. But before I'm about to head over to the first gym, Noah stops me and teaches me how to help my hurt Pokemon after battle. Huh. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I'm starting to think I should have picked a different name for him. But whatever. It's too late now. Anyway, before I head in, I caught myself a Bellsprout that I just named Bell. But before I could even try my hand against Brock, he's got two ladies at the front door. The first of which, oh my gosh, she nearly ended my run by herself. I genuinely couldn't get past her for like 15 minutes. It was just so bad. Oh my gosh. And after basically going through the first World War of the Pokemon franchise, I decided just to sneak past the other one and head directly to Brock. And I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I beat him pretty easily. Dude got to level 10 and learned Double Kick. Beedrill evolved up, and we continue on to Route 3. This is where I'm introduced to my first coach trainer. He said that they're pretty strong trainers, but I didn't listen and decided just to rush in head first, to which I immediately realized I had forgotten to take my Pokemon to the Pokemon Center. This was going to take a while, huh? This dude literally only had one Bulbasaur, but I just couldn't beat him for the longest time. And unfortunately, this is where Skyrat met her end. That's it. Dude, finish her off. Luckily, I had enough potions to keep the rest of my team alive for this fight, But man, losing Skyrat hurt a lot. Rest in peace. You will be missed. This is what I like to think is the beginning of the end. I'd go on to face trainer after trainer until I got to this one girl who had herself an Nindorian who was able to poison dude. I had an antidote, but my overthinking got the best of me, and I just kept on thinking, well, what if I waste my turn and they just end up killing dude? This way of thinking is going to become very important later on. At the end of Route 3, I caught myself a Rattata, and now I was well on my way to Route 4. And, hey, I got my Florat. This is where I met my second coach trainer, who I was able to beat no problem this time. I think I'm starting to get the hang of it now. From there, I went to the nearby Pokemon station and healed up my guys before heading into the caves, where I met Jesse and James for the first time, who are just obsessed with finding fossils in this game. Anyway, I caught myself a Zubat and called him Batman. Throughout the massive cave, I meet Team Rocket Grunts, Super Nerd Jova, and a bunch of young trainers. And then there was Hiker Marcos. By now, I had been mowing, and I repeat, mowing through my potions. And this is where dude happened to get poisoned again, and I was too scared to use the antidote on him. Maybe I'm just a terrible pet owner. Regardless, Hiker Marcos was unbelievably tough. Which is insane because he only had 2 Pokemon. A Geodude and an Onix. This early on, I didn't have anything that could tear through him that well, at least to my knowledge, so I just started chipping away at him with Dude. This just positively kept me eating through my potion supplies. Eventually, I subbed him out and sent out Belle, who was able to take him down like it was nothing. I didn't know this was a thing. Why do I just suck at video games so much? How am I supposed to know this is a thing? Live and learn, I guess. I pushed deeper into the cave, finding another super nerd who's trying to hoard all of the fossils. And after some negotiation, as we're going to call it, he lets me take one. My team is getting stronger by the minute. And then the unthinkable happens. Beedrill evolved into an actual Beedrill. I was hyped. Beyond hyped. I don't think there's any way I could describe how happy I got from that. Which is insane, because it's a video game. I shouldn't be getting that happy. He instantly became my favorite, and we're going to be battling side by side together. Forever. But this victory was very short-lived. Extremely short-lived. After I'm about to leave the cave and head back into the morning light, Jesse and James stopped me in my tracks. My first and final double battle. I didn't mention it before, but I eventually did give Dude the antidote. But then he was electrocuted by that nerd's Magnemite, and now he was paralyzed. We started the battle, trading blows back and forth. I subbed in my Florat, and it became very clear that he wouldn't survive 2 rounds. So with a heavy heart, I knew that I'd have to use him as death fodder. That was until I realized I had no more potions left. All my team was in the yellow, barely holding on for dear life. First Florat fell, then Belle, then Batman, and, unfortunately, my goat, Beedrill. It's all down to Dude. My boy who started it all. He saw all of his friends die in front of him, and now it was time for him to avenge them. He'd just have to hang in a little bit longer. Jesse and James are beating him down until he's at 1 HP left. I hadn't even beaten one of their Pokemon yet, and Dude was so tired he ran out of quick attacks. Before Dude can even blink, the battle was over. We lost. I still have the save file for that game, and all the Pokemon are still in it. But man, that was rough. You know, somehow I thought doing my first ever Nuzlocke would be easy, even if I was playing one of the games most notorious for being difficult in the Nuzlocke category. But it wasn't. I'll probably come back another time for round 2, but for now, that run, that world, is over. So yeah, that's my first ever Nuzlocke. I hope you all enjoyed it. I had a lot of fun making this video. It's definitely one of my biggest ones yet. I always wanted to make one like this since I saw people like Jaden Animations and Alpharad do their Nuzlocke videos. So I'm glad I got this opportunity, and even if I did lose. If you want to see more of this content, be sure to subscribe. I make a lot of videos about gaming and video essays that you should check out. I hope to see you in the next one. Goodbye.